Hello everybody. My last tutorial I taught you how to do the vortex, and that was having the hoop from around your waist, bringing it up and bringing it back down. Now, one of the things I touched on that I wish I touched on a little bit more was actually some essential skills, like putting your hands in the hoop and bringing them back out. So to do that, you need to look for the gaps. Now, I tend to count out loud or say the word gap, gap, or now, now, just because it's easier for me. And it's all about seeing the space and just going for it. So I'm hooping to my left because I'm right dominant. And when you're hooping to your left, you'll see the gap right in front of your body, i.e. where there is space in the hoop in front of you. So you've got quite a bit of timing here to stick your hand in. So just get used to spotting that space, have your hand poised, and just get your hand in. And then try and hoop with your hand in. It's going to feel uncomfortable. You might hit yourself in the chest, it might go wonky, it might drop to the floor, but it's fine because we're learning. So going in and out, in and out. But to do it with the other hand is a little bit more tricky because the gap is actually behind you. So the gap tends to appear here. So you might have to look over your shoulder. It might take a little bit more time. I found it's actually more difficult with my dominant hand, despite the fact that I feel more comfortable using it. So just try and get your hand in that space. Just try it. And then once you feel a bit more confident, try getting them both in. Now notice I'm hooping to the left here. I put left and then right. It's so much easier just because the space is in front of you here and then the space is behind you here. So the timing of just 1, 2 is a lot easier. So get used to doing that. 1, 2. 1, 2. You try it the other way. 2, 1. Ooh. You try it both at the same time. You're feeling a bit ballsy. Look. Ha! Ta-da! Another great way of learning this, as with any move, is to turn with the hoop. It's less likely to drop. You've got more time in front of you. So if you want to turn and do it, be my guest. Whatever's easiest, really. The other thing that you kind of want to get used to is actually getting your hand outside of the hoop to stall it. This is slightly different. So actually, we're not looking for the gap. We're looking for the point where the hoop is closest to your body and the gap's all the way over here. Because you're going to put your hand on the outside of the hoop to stall it. Try catching it. That again. I can feel it going against my waist, and that is the timing to put my hand out and catch it. So I'm catching it just before that big gap goes in. It might not make sense watching somebody do it. Once you've got the hoop around your body, once you've got the hoop around your body, you'll get what I mean. And just try chucking it in between your hands. And try going the other way. And getting your hand in there. Well, okay. Hoi. It's a good way to throw it back the other way. That is actually called a stall. S-T-A-L-L. And it might look a bit rubbish and a bit clunky at the moment because you're just starting out. Don't worry, it's an essential skill. More tricks will come with time. But do learn and do get comfortable, obviously, you know, getting your hand in, getting your hand out, putting your hand in front of the hoop, stopping the hoop, chucking it back the other way. All of it is really, really important basic skills and you cannot skip over them. Because when it comes to learning other tricks, you won't have that solid foundation. And you need to have the muscle memory in place because it will just make everything so much easier to learn. So don't rush through hoop tricks. Don't feel like you have to learn everything within a beginner's series. just take your time, build the foundations. In my next tutorial, I'm actually going to cover a figure eight, and I might also cover a lasso and Tinkerbell as part of the beginner series, because these are all really, really essential, easy skills. And they teach you things like grip changes as well, which is something that you will need to have muscle memory to do, because they are very, very hard to like teach verbally. So you just need to learn by doing. I really hope that helps. If there are any other kind of like essential skills that you want me to teach, just let me know.